Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, excellent premium students. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if I am audible and if everything is clear on your end. Twebeni if nga ngefin nga twebeni nga ifintu fili clear ekomuli. Tell me if everything is clear on your end, then we can start with this live class. Yeah. Twebeninga ifintu fyonse feel clear. Today we're having a different live class because I never go live like this. If you've noticed, if you are a student who has been joining my live classes, I never go live like this. So yeah, this is something new. Hopefully it will work out. I hope everyone will be able to join. Okay. Wonderful. So I've been told that I'm audible. Let me just get rid of this shadow. Let's see. Okay. See if this is going to work. Okay. Alright, so good evening, excellent biology students. Hope you're doing fine, and I hope you had a wonderful day. In tonight's live class, we're going to look at transport in animals, okay? And then tomorrow I'll focus on this week's topic, which is transport in flowering plants. So these live classes are just there to emphasize on what was already taught in the tutorial videos, okay? So I hope you watched the tutorial videos. This afternoon I sent part 1 of transporting flowering plants. Hope you've watched it as well. As you're watching, please, let's like this video. Let's just not watch, but let's like. I'm kindly asking for you to like this live class as you are watching. Otherwise, I hope I'm audible enough. I hope everything is clear on your end. And I think we can start, right? Can we start? Someone to tell me, yes sir, let us start. Then we are going to begin. Okay. So transport in animals. One thing that you need to know is that us living organisms, for us to survive, there are a number of things that we need, okay? For you and I to survive, there are a number of things that we need. For example, we need oxygen, okay? Oxygen is vital. It's a vital element for our survival, okay? Because without oxygen, respiration, which is aerobic respiration, cannot take place, and we won't have enough energy to do whatever we're doing. So we need oxygen. Oxygen is important. We also need to eat. Kudya. I'm sure tadya wonse pano ngati kuli wamene sanadye aniuze nizamugulira sapa. But we all have to eat. Why do we need to eat? For energy. The food that you eat, okay, there are nutrients in there. And those nutrients are essential to ensure that your body functions properly. So there is need for eating. Okay, if you don't eat for 2 weeks, you won't be the same. There will be a change in how you look. There will be a change even in the strength. You'll find that you will start feeling weak. So it's important that as a living organism, you eat. Okay, so there are a lot of things that we need as animals to survive. So when I talk of animals, even plants need food, and for plants, they make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Now, there is something that you need to know. Living organisms are made up of systems. Okay, you as a living organism, you have got systems working right now, and if a system stops working, then you'll be labeled sick. You become sick when one of your systems stops working. That's when you say, oh, I'm not feeling well, because one of your systems isn't working properly. But if everything is in order, then you're healthy. Okay, so when we're talking of systems, a collection of systems are what will form an entire organism. So there are a lot of systems that are operating right now. For example, the respiratory system is operating. Okay, we've got the excretory system operating right now. Okay, there are a lot of systems that are working. We've got the endocrine system operating right now. We've got the nervous system operating right now. As long as you're able to see and hear whatever I'm saying, then the nervous system is working. Okay, so there are different systems that are working, including the transport system. So my question for tonight is this: why is the transport system important? Why is the transport system important? Why do you need a transport system as a human being or as an organism? Why do organisms need a transport system? Let's be fast. Let us be quick. Why do animals like you and I need a transport system? Why do we need a transport system? Why is it important? What's the use of a transport system? What is the importance of a transport system? What is the use of a transport system? So we've got an answer there from Caroline: to transport nutrients to all parts of the body. Okay, what are others saying? Why do you need a transport system? What's the importance of a transport system? Caroline, you're correct. A transport system is important because there are nutrients that have to be transported. When you eat food, it goes into your mouth, you chew it. When you chew it, it goes into your stomach. Once it reaches the stomach, there is a stage of absorption in the small intestines. Once the nutrients have been absorbed, they have to be transported. So to transport nutrients to all parts of the body. Evans, for transportation of nutrients to the body, okay? Natasha is saying to transport nutrients and oxygen. That is correct. When you breathe in air, your body is going to only collect oxygen from that air. And that oxygen has to be transported. So to transport nutrients and oxygen, that is correct. Evans is saying to transport oxygen to the body. That is also correct. Like I said, your body needs a lot of things, like oxygen. It needs nutrients, okay? And these things, they have to be transported. Mwaka is saying to transport blood and nutrients to all parts of the body. That is true, okay? So all we are saying is that there are nutrients that have to be transported, okay? That is why we need a transport system. So it's important that there is a transport system in place in order to transport the essentials that are needed for our survival as living organisms. So transport system is important to transport nutrients. That is true. Now, when you look at the transport system in animals, to be specific, human beings, okay, The transport system in animals is made up of three things. What are these three things, my excellent students? What are the three things that make up what are the three things that make up transport system in animals? What are the three things that make up a transport system in animals? What is the transport system made up of? The one which is found in animals. The transport system in animals, what is it made up of? Anyone to give us an answer? What makes up the transport system in animals? Okay, Grace has given us the answer. Grace is saying the transport system is made up of veins, arteries, and capillaries. So those are simply blood vessels. We can categorize them as blood vessels. So transport system is made up of blood vessels. Okay, what else? What else makes up the transport system? So veins, arteries, and capillaries, those are blood vessels. They are all blood vessels. So we are saying that yes, it's made up of blood vessels. What else makes up the transport system in animals? What else makes up the transport system in animals? Okay, Beatrice is saying the heart. The heart, Mutima. And she's also saying blood, which is true. So the transport system in animals is made up of blood vessels, the heart, and blood. These are the three components that form up the transport system in animals. And I want to focus on the heart. Okay, the heart. As we all know, the heart is a muscular organ, meaning it's made up of a muscle. And this muscular organ pumps blood. Okay, so this muscular organ known as the heart, it pumps blood. It pumps blood. Pumps blood to all parts of the body through what? Through blood vessels. So the heart works in this way. It will pump blood because it's a muscle, so it contracts to pump blood, and this blood is pumped to all parts of the body through blood vessels. So these are the guys that are used for blood to pass through. Okay, so when the heart is pumping this blood is passing through the blood vessels going to all parts of the world. I mean all parts of the body, not all parts of the world. Otherwise, the heart is a muscular organ that pumps blood around the body through blood vessels. Okay, now this blood that is being pumped, that's where the nutrients are found. The nutrients are found in the blood. Oxygen, it is found where? In the blood. So as the heart is pumping this blood is now transporting the nutrients and the oxygen that are in it to different parts of the body where these things will now be used up. Are we clear? And blood vessels are simply vessels. They are simply pathways for blood to pass through as it is transporting the nutrients and the oxygen to different parts of the body. So that's how this system works. So if you look at a system, any system that you can think of, there are parts of that system that are working together so that system can function. So when you look at the transport system, we've got the heart, which has got a function, and that function is to pump blood. In the transport system, we also have blood, and the function of blood is to simply transport the nutrients and the oxygen in it. Not only that, but also to transport the toxic things out of the body. We also have blood vessels, and how blood vessels work, or their function is, they are a pathway for blood to pass through or to flow through. So these are more like roads through which blood will pass through as it is transporting the nutrients and the oxygen. So these three things are working together in the transport system. Now, when you look at the heart, it is very important because without the heart, these two things are useless. The heart is needed to pump the blood so that this blood can travel to different parts of the body through blood vessels. So this is an important component in the transport system, the heart. So this heart, it is a muscular organ. So musazina mana, no, I love you with all my heart. Uja muntu uja nimkonda na mtima wanga wonse. Nanipwanyira mtima suviziva. The only thing that your heart knows is to pump blood, not loving people. So let's not lie to each other. I love that person with all my heart. Your heart only does one thing, which is to pump blood. It contracts and relaxes. Now, it being a muscular organ, it is made up of a muscle, and the name of this muscle is known as cardiac muscle. This muscle is quite special. What are some of the characteristics of the cardiac muscle? Anyone to give me characteristics of the cardiac muscle? What are the characteristics of the cardiac muscle? What are the characteristics of the cardiac muscle? So I'm trying to see if this can work out. Trying to see if we'll be able. If I do this, we'll see. What are the characteristics of the cardiac muscle? Excellent students. Ruth, yes, the heart also transports hormones like insulin. We've got adrenocorticotropic hormone. Okay. Caroline, it's straighted and involuntary. Okay, so it's an involuntary muscle. That is very true. By involuntary, that simply means it doesn't have to take your brain or your consciousness for it to contract. Do you think right now, do you control your heart? No, you don't. So that means it's an involuntary muscle. It's not working at your command. It contracts on its own. Okay? It's not dependent on your instructions, like you're telling it to say, hey, contract. No, it is an involuntary muscle, meaning it contracts on its own. Okay? That's one characteristic of the cardiac muscle. And then what's the other one? What is the other characteristic? Of the cardiac muscle? What's the other characteristic? It is branched and straighted. Okay, it is only found in the heart. Okay, yeah, that's true. Another one which I can mention is that it is myogenic. Cardiac muscle, it is myogenic. These markers. cardiac muscle, it is myogenic. What does that mean? Simply means for it to contract, it stimulates itself to do that. To stimulate simply means to more like influence. So it influences itself to contract. Imaziuza to say contract. The stimulation is from itself. It is myogenic. That's another special characteristic of the cardiac muscle. Now let me just erase so that I want to draw the heart. So we've got our heart here, though the space isn't that big, but I will try by all means to show that the diagram fits. So we've got valves there. It goes like that. And there's another one. And it goes like that. This side it's a little bit thick, like that. And then I'll do that. And then like that. So I hope we can see. Let me just maybe try to shade. So that we can all see nicely what we have here. Okay. All right. So we've got the heart there, which I hope it's clear on your end. So I want us to now first focus on the blood vessels. So we know that the heart pumps blood around the body through blood vessels. That is true. Now, when it comes to the blood vessels, okay, there are three types. We've got veins. Okay, we've got veins. We've got arteries. And we've got capillaries. We've got veins, arteries, and capillaries. These are the blood vessels that we have: veins, arteries, and capillaries. These markers are not. Let me just get some more markers. Okay, so we've got veins, arteries, and capillaries. Now, when it comes to the veins transport blood towards the heart. It is the veins that bring blood to the heart. Ndiye yamene yamaleta blood kumtima, ma veins. Veins transport blood towards the heart. They bring blood to the heart. So we've got this vein here, which brings blood to the heart. And then we've got another vein here, which brings blood to the heart. So veins, they bring blood to the heart. Yamaleta blood kumtima. Take note of that. Now, when you look at this heart, it has got two sides. It has got the right side and the left side. If you've noticed, I have swapped because the heart is opposite to you, meaning your left side is the right side for the heart and your right side is the left side for the heart. Now, on the right side, the blood that flows on the right side, it is deoxygenated, meaning it does not contain oxygen. It is deoxygenated. And the blood that flows on the left side, it is oxygenated, meaning it contains blood. That's what you need to know. So on the right side, we've got deoxygenated blood. On the left side, we've got oxygenated blood. Now going back to the veins, we've got this vein here and this vein here. And these veins, what are they doing? They are bringing blood to the heart. Now, this vein, it is bringing blood from where? From all parts of the body. From body parts. This vein is bringing blood from body parts, different parts of the body, bringing it to the heart. And the name of this vein is simply vena cava. Vena cava. The vena cava, it is a vein on the right side of the heart which brings blood from different parts of the body to the heart. So veins bring blood to the heart. Take note of that. And this vena cava, it is transporting blood from different parts of the body, bringing it where? To the right side of the heart. And then on this other side, we've got another vein, because remember I said veins, they transport blood towards the heart. So this vein, which is this side, it is transporting blood coming from where? From the lungs. So blood yamenengenera oku left, it is coming from the lungs. The blood which is entering from this side, it is coming from the lungs. And the blood vessel responsible for bringing blood to the heart from the lungs, it is known as what? Pulmonary vein. That is the vein responsible for bringing blood to the heart from the lungs. So veins, that's what they do. They bring blood to the heart. Just that one brings blood to the heart from different parts of the body, which is the vena cava. And the other vein brings blood to the heart from the lungs, which is the pulmonary vein. I will follow in my excellent students. Viveka. Because you are entering class, machoka, maenda, mabwerera futi, machoka, maenda. But I hope we are following. Viveka. Is it clear? Charles is asking. Okay, yes, I'm waiting, Charles. Talk to me, Charles. Talk to me. So we need to really know. So the veins, they bring blood to the heart. The veins, they bring blood to the heart. So which one is my left side? Okay, so right now, Charles, as you are watching this video, right? Your left side is the right side for the heart. And your right side is the left side for the heart. It's opposite. So the heart is opposite to you. So this is my left hand, but it is the right side for the heart. This is my right hand, but it's the left side of the heart. So the heart is opposite to me, as it is opposite to you. The heart is opposite to you. So your left side is the right side for the heart, and your right side is the left side for the heart. So like I said, we know that the heart pumps blood around the body through blood vessels, and there are three types of blood vessels. We've got veins, arteries, and capillaries. For the veins, we've got two types, one on the right, another one on the left. The one on the right, it is known as vena cava, and the one on the left, it is known as pulmonary vein. And what these veins do is that they bring blood to the heart. They leta blood kumtima, pereka blood kumtima. They take blood to the heart. The only difference is that the one on the right brings blood to the heart from different parts of the body. Then the one on the left brings blood to the heart from the lungs. And then also take note that the right side of the heart carries deoxygenated blood, meaning blood that does not contain oxygen. Then the left side carries oxygenated blood, meaning blood that contains oxygen. So sorry sir for taking you back. So which side carries oxygenated blood? So this side, which is the left side, that's where oxygenated blood flows. Uku ku left. Then uku ku right, that is where deoxygenated blood flows. So the right side, it carries deoxygenated, then the left side carries oxygenated blood. So please take note of that. So veins, they are the ones that are responsible for bringing blood to the heart. I hope we are clear on the veins. And then when it comes to arteries, so we've talked about the veins. When it comes to arteries, okay, there are two sides. I mean, there are two types as well. But what you need to know about arteries is that they are the ones that are responsible for transporting blood away from the heart. So arteries, they take blood away from the heart. Yamaipeleka from the heart. They transport blood away from the heart. That's what arteries do. So we've got one here, and we've got another one. Just do this. We've got another one there. Those are the two arteries that are responsible for transporting blood away from the heart. Okay? So we've got this artery here and this other artery. These two arteries, they are carrying blood away from the heart. They are taking it away from the heart. Good evening, talent. So arteries, they transport blood away from the heart. They transport blood away from the heart. Arteries transport blood away from the heart. So we've got this one and this one. Now, this is the right side. E artery, iri ku right. E iri ku left. So this artery, it is transporting blood away from the heart, taking it where? To the lungs. So this one, it is transporting blood from the heart, taking it to the lungs. Let me just change the color so that it can be clear for you, my excellent students. So this artery, which is this side, which is on the right side, it is transporting blood away from the heart, taking it where? To the lungs. Now the question is, what is the name of this artery? The name of this artery, it is simply pulmonary artery. So this is the pulmonary artery. Here, it is the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery. It is the one responsible for transporting blood away from the heart, taking it to the lungs. And then this other artery, which is on the left side, it transports blood away from the heart, because remember, arteries, they transport blood away from the heart. So this artery transports blood away from the heart, taking it to all body parts. So let me do that. This artery transports blood to all body parts. Okay? I'm going to circle that. I'm also going to circle this. So we've got something happening here. We've got this artery and this artery. And like I said, arteries, they transport blood away from the heart. So this artery, known as the pulmonary artery, which is on the right side, it transports blood away from the heart, taking it to the lungs. Then this other artery, which is on the left side, known as the aorta, okay, it's the aorta. Okay, this artery, known as the aorta, it transports blood away from the heart, taking it to all body parts. Let's keep that in mind. So we've got the pulmonary artery on the right, the aorta on the left. The pulmonary artery on the right transports blood from the heart to the lungs. See, it's transporting blood away from the heart. And then the aorta on the left transports blood from the heart to all parts of the body. And the aorta is located on the left side of the heart. So we've got a scenario here. Blood is flowing from different parts of the body, coming to the right side of the heart. Then it will come out, going to the lungs. From the lungs, it will come back to the heart. Then it will come out, going to all parts of the body. From all parts of the body, it will come back to the heart, going to the lungs. From the lungs, it will come back to the heart. Then it will go to all parts of the body. From all parts of the body, it will come back to the heart, going to the lungs. And from the lungs, it will come back to the heart, going to all parts of the body. From all parts of the body, it will come back from the all parts of the body, going to the heart. From the heart, to go to the lungs. From the lungs, it will go back to the heart. From the heart, it will go to all parts of the body. From all parts of the body, it will come to the heart. From the heart, it will go to the lungs. From the lungs, it will come back to the heart. From the heart, it will go to all parts of the body. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that cycle? Can you see that cycle? My excellent students, can you see that cycle? That is the cycle that occurs. Are you seeing that? Muyona? Can you see that cycle? Is this confusing? No, it's not, right? So we've got vena cava, pulmonary vein, pulmonary artery, aorta. Those are the blood vessels that are attached to the heart. Vena cava, pulmonary vein, pulmonary artery, aorta. We've got two veins which are responsible for bringing blood to the heart. We've got two arteries responsible for taking blood away from the heart. The two veins, we've got the vena cava, bringing blood from different parts of the body to the heart. And we've got the pulmonary vein, bringing blood from the lungs to the heart. For the arteries, we've got the pulmonary artery, taking blood away from the heart to the lungs. And we've got the aorta, taking blood away from the heart to all parts of the body. So the blood enters from the vena cava, right? Yes. So blood will enter from the vena cava on the right side. And then blood will also enter the heart through the pulmonary vein on the left side. Another thing that you need to know is that blood enters both sides at the same time. Okay. All right. So yeah, I know it's now time for math. We can end here for tonight. We shall continue in tomorrow's live class. I have to really continue on this because this part it is one part which can be confusing for most students. So we're going to continue tomorrow. You can now go for the math class. We can end here for tonight. Have a good night, my excellent students, and thank you very much for joining.